When we came back from a restaurant one night, the room was so full of what we thought was smoke. We thought the place was on fire. And I went to the fire department and was giving them the directions when Meredith yanked the phone on him and said, uh, "Hey, Lil, we had a bit of a mistake. This is not a prank. There's no fire here. We're so very sorry." And it took a little bit longer than to convince them that everything was okay. And then she hung up the phone laughing. And I said, "Lil, I got a great sense of humor. Tell me so we both know what's." She goes, "It's ectoplasm." I said, "What?" She goes, "We've been doing this every night." And at this point, it's been at least 6 weeks, maybe 2 months. And she says, and
Right.
I said, "Ectoplasm?" She says, "I thought you said you read." I said, "I have been reading things about metaphysics. I was in my teens. I know what the word, I have seen it, but I've never seen it." She says, "Well, it usually comes out of a medium's mouth or sometimes off their fingertips when they're in trance. But none of that happened when she was in trance. I never saw any of that. Never. Not once.
Yeah.
Because that night we came in, it was like it was so thick in the room, and I've seen it occasionally since then at other times in my own living, but that's another story.